How you doing, folks? It's a fine day in January 2021. This is Ron from Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. And I think we got to go, and you just saw earlier, and you're seeing to your left, from Samuel Adams. Quite the name. A wicked easy light and hazy lager. It sounds good. 4.7% alcohol by volume with 12 international bitter units. This sounds like when they use the word light and hazy, it'll be somewhat light of a brew. The lager should be crisp, like all the lagers, and that's what he started with back in 1984 when he started the brewery. A few years earlier, probably 1981-80, is when he first found his great-great-grandfather. This is Mr. Jim Cook we're talking about, the founder of Samuel Adams Boston Beer Company, which is Samuel Adams in essence. He started brewing beer, lager beer, in his home, in his father's home, in the kitchen, and started bringing it around to the taverns and bars of Boston, city of Boston, and surrounding communities, and got a lot of good feedback, and between his family and friends enjoying it, and strangers in all these taverns and bars, he decided to start a brewery. And the rest is history, as the name Samuel Adams Brewery is in 3 big locations right now in Boston, and on 30 Germania Street, which is in the Germania, my mouth's working too well today, which is in Jamaica Plain section of Boston. Boston, unlike New York City they call them boroughs. In Boston, city of Boston, Massachusetts, they call them sections. And Jamaica Plain is one of the sections of Boston. Another few are East Boston, Charlestown, South Boston, Brighton, Allston, Dorchester, Roxbury, West Roxbury, Hyde Park. It's just a number of sections of Boston that all make up the city of Boston. Excuse me. It's been dry down here in the man cave. Makes my nose run when it's dry. But anyway, let's get back to the brew. This brew here is, let me get a little information I have here. I did mention that it's 4.7% alcohol by volume with 12 international bid units. Let me give the phone number now before I forget, because a lot of the breweries are closed like on a temporary basis and open up so many days or so many hours, with whether it be backdoor selling or curbside selling or even delivery. So let me give the phone number to this brewery, which is in Boston, the one in Boston. You can call. Here's what this brew looks like, Samuel Adams. Before I forget, let me give the number again, as I had to mention. All right, 617-368-5080. That'll be right there. That's the number in Boston. They do have locations in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm going to have to try to say this correctly. I think it's Branningsville, Pennsylvania. Let me say that again. Get my lips working. Branningsville, Pennsylvania. I think I said that correctly then. They have a brewery there. So they broaden pretty well the eastern side of the country, the eastern shore of the country on the distribution, which is nice. They can now start working west and south. They do go quite a bit of distance away from these 3 locations, from guys that I've talked to, etc., that do beer reviews or beer enthusiasts. Okay, this Samuel Adams. Let's get the correct name of Samuel Adams Wicked Easy Light and Hazy Lager. It's going to be a lager beer. I do enjoy lager beers. I do enjoy those IPAs that are East Coast. And not as stringent. I do like pale ales from West Coast, the middle of the country. Those are nice. All right, let me get a mug. We do have them right over here handy. We have one here, and it's an old Schlitz, a Schlitz mug. All right. I keep them here. I'm down the man cave. I keep them over here on the shelf. All my glassware a lot of the beers are down here. And I've been asked questions from comments and emails about when I'm down here, why do I have like a number of articles of clothing on? Well, we don't keep the heat on down here, this part of the house. And this part of the house, my man cave is way in the corner. I do have a window and a door, but a lot of privacy. As people come down, there's a bathroom here and another room next door, kind of like a family room. There's a bed in there that is just used for storage. Not much stuff is on the bed, but pretty well I'm in the corner, so we don't use much. Put the heat on down here much. All right, let me open this up. It appears that the battery is kind of going dead, so we're gonna be changing the battery. Okay, the batteries have been changed, and I'll try to do less talking. I go on these tangents and kind of get away from the beer review. But all right, this is the brew, as you can see. You can look at the back of it. Samuel Adams, Wicked Easy. There's some words here. You probably can pause it to read it. I won't take the time because I want to try to make this quick and easy. Alright. Crack that open. Any water vapors? Yes, no, maybe. Alright. See what this looks like. Light colored. Hazy, that's for sure. It's hazy there, quite the head on it. That's like a 3-finger head, not a finger, the father said in that movie. Alright, as this head goes down, let me get and show you my treat for the day. It is Fritos. Remember these? I can remember years ago, when I was probably 13 or 14 years old, and still riding a bicycle around. Me and some friends used to go to another part of the neighborhood that we lived in. To get there, we had to go down somewhat of a hill and then up a big hill and go by this big water tower on the right. And to the left was a house of people that we knew and friends that we knew there. And a lot of Saturdays, the father or Sunday would be sitting out front, and you'd have a bag of these and a beer. And we went there and inquired with the friends, and they said they'd be out in a few minutes. We sat there and waited. This was, like I say, going up the hill. There was a company there on the left, pretty near here, called Bellofram. And I watched the father eat the Fritos and then guzzle down some beer. They're crispy. They're good. Very crispy. Corn chip. Excuse my munching. Very good. Good with beer. But that looks like, I don't think, I'm pretty positive, this is not unfiltered. They pretty well filter out their beers, all their beers, I'm pretty sure. And the haziness comes from the hops that are in this. And that's not official, this is my conjecture. The color is very pale, lightish, hazy for sure. Okay, we got 12 ounces in there. A nice head. I don't know if you can really get the angle to see that, but it's somewhat of a creamy head on it. Would make a good photo for an advertisement, for sure. It definitely would. I'm wishing that you all had a Merry Christmas. And Santa brought you everything that you wanted. One of the best times of the year. Christmas time. Everybody seems to be in a better mood. Things kind of hustle up a little bit at the stores and around the areas of stores. People rushing to buy gifts, etc. And parties going on, Christmas parties going on, and people dressed a little bit more than casual. A lot of dress up people going to parties and dressed up for Christmas, and really nice time. And see a lot of people on Christmas Eve going to Christmas Mass and they're dressed up, and really nice. All right, let's give it a try. Let's see what this lager tastes like. Excuse me, it's dry here. Up. All right. No further ado. I got so much stuff here. It's like a storeroom here in my man cave now. All right, bottoms up. Oh wait, let me get an aroma of it. It's like a lager. Just some sweetness. That lager, some breadiness, some citrusy, some citrus aroma. Yeah, definitely with that haziness. All right, bottoms up. A dual flavor. A lager, they lager, in the other parts of the country they say lager. In the eastern Massachusetts we kind of say lager. But the lager flavor coincides with the hoppiness, and it's got to be citrus hops. Giving a citrusy flavor. Could be Galaxy. I'll say Citra hops, I think. Could be both Citra and Mosaic. At 12 international bitter units, it's not too high up there, but I am picking it up in the flavor. Then again, it is a lager. It's for lager drinkers that want a twist of the crisp malty lager that you normally have. Very drinkable for sure. I wish I had gotten more information. They had given more information on their webpage. They did mention Mr. Jim Cook, KOCH, is the founder. The real name of the company is Boston Beer Company. They're the, like what you call the umbrella company over Samuel Adams and some other breweries that they have. I do know this: Samuel Adams Brewery, a Boston Beer Company, gives out a lot of, what would you call those, monies to help smaller breweries to survive in these times of COVID virus. But they've been doing that for a while, giving out these amounts of money to keep these breweries going, and that helps. It's real nice to hear that from a brewery of this size. That's real nice. So I won't run this too long. Excuse me. So I say that's a real fine brew, real fine lager. If you like a little twist on a lager, because you like hoppiness beers or New England Juice Bomb, this easy, wicked, easy lager is delicious. It gives you both. You've got a lager, you've got some hoppiness in it. That's real good. So with that said, I'm going to end it here. Like I say, if you're going to drink responsible. Don't drive. The life you say may be anybody and could be your own. You all have had a fantastic Merry Christmas, and be careful. This virus is still around. Be watchful for your senior citizens and your family and your friends and your neighborhood. The virus is still around. So have a good day, folks. Ciao.